Hello, I'm Philip Sneller. Welcome to Window on the Word. Let's turn together to Genesis chapter 34. Now Dinah, Leah's daughter, whom she bore to Jacob, went out to become acquainted with the daughters of the land. And Shechem, son of Hamor the Hittite, prince of the land, saw her, and he seized her and lay with her and raped her. And his passion clung to Dinah, daughter of Jacob. And he loved the young woman, and spoke tenderly to her. And Shechem spoke to Hamor his father, saying, Get this girl for me as a wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled his daughter Dinah. But his sons were with the livestock in the field, so Jacob was silent until they came in. And Hamor, Shechem's father, came to Jacob to speak with him. And Jacob's sons came in from the field when they heard, and the men were grieved, and they were exceedingly angry, because he had done a disgraceful thing in Israel by having sex with Jacob's daughter, because that should not be done. And Hamor spoke with them, saying, Shechem, my son, loves your daughter. Please, give her to him as a wife. Form a marriage alliance with us. Give us your daughters, and take our daughters for yourselves. You may dwell with us, and the land lies before you. You may go about in it, and you may acquire property in it. And Shechem said to her father and her brothers, Let me find favor in your eyes, and whatever you say to me, I will give. Make the bride price and the gifts very high, and I will give whatever you say to me. But give me the girl as a wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and his father with deceit when they spoke, because he had defiled Dinah their sister. And they said to them, We are not able to do this thing, to give our sister to a man who is uncircumcised, because this would be a disgrace to us. However, on these conditions we will agree with you. If you will become like us, and every male among you be circumcised, then we will give you our daughters, and we will take your daughters to ourselves, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if you will not listen to us and be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and go. And their words were pleasing to Hamor and to Hamor's son Shechem. And the young man did not delay to do the thing, because he delighted in Jacob's daughter. Now he was more honored than all in his father's household. And Hamor and Shechem his son came to the gate of their city and spoke to the men of the city, saying, These men are friendly with us. Let them dwell in the land and trade in it, for behold, the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters as wives, and let us give our daughters to them. Only on this condition will the men agree to dwell with us to become one people. Every male among us must be circumcised as they are circumcised. Will not their livestock, their property, and all their animals become ours? Only let us agree with them, and they will dwell with us. And all who went out his city gate listened to Hamor and to Shechem his son, and every male was circumcised. And it came about on the third day, when they were in pain, who of Jacob's sons, Levi and Simeon, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword, and they entered the unsuspecting city and killed every male. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem with the edge of the sword, and they took Dinah from Shechem's house and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and plundered the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep, and cattle and donkeys and whatever was in the city and whatever was in the field, and they took captive all their wealth and all their children and their women and all that was in the houses. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have stirred up trouble for me, and you have made me odious to the inhabitants of the land among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I am few in number, and they will assemble against me, and they will attack and destroy me, and I and my household will be annihilated." And they said, "Should he treat our sister like a prostitute?" Thank you for listening. To God be the glory.